Hello everyone, I'm here with another Rome 2 battle, but first, it looks like we've updated to patch 11. I just had to download that before playing today, so I haven't heard any news about it, and I haven't bothered to look up what it actually does. So, my only indicator that it's patch 11 is this 1.11 thing. Anyway, let's go into the replays here, and it's this one that I literally just played. So let's watch the replay between me playing as Carthage again and Panther 720 as Rome. As you can see here, I took a pretty similar army as in my first video. It's been working for me pretty well, which is why I chose it again. My goal here was to go pretty heavy on the cav. You can see I have 4 Carthaginian cav, and they all and my general have upgrades. This one has 2. I also took 4 more units of African pikemen because I figured that a Roman player might go heavy on the infantry, so the pikemen would do a pretty good job at stopping them while my cavalry could do the rest. But we'll just have to see how well that worked. Or didn't work. But yeah, a lot of very heavy infantry for Rome. That's kind of to be expected. No long range missile units. We do have these 4 velites, however you say it. And here we go. So pretty much immediately the game messed up my formation when I tried to drag it, so I just had to redo that. And I see over here the Roman player has 3 units of Socii Equites, and my cav can take them. Look at the stats here, but I outnumber them anyway. Heavy melee cavalry. Yeah, we're also heavy melee cavalry. Not like that really matters, it's the numbers that matter. So, I was kind of a little bit surprised that he was pushing his cav up so quickly. I think it's because he saw that my mercenary Balearic slingers were a little bit ahead of everything else. Anyway, he splits 1 unit off, and I managed to get the rest over here in this kind of orchard, I guess it is. 1 unit kind of tries to go for my slingers, but I pull them back and chase it down with 1 unit of Carthaginian cav. It's actually the most veteran unit. I didn't do that on purpose, it was just there. I bring up my pikes, and he's just gonna clip the last pike before they can get their pikes down. So, we lost a few men over there, but I'm able to, and the cavalry have an attack order, they're just kind of messing around out here. They get through the pikes, my cavalry are still chasing them, and they get into my, actually they didn't get into the slingers, they got into 1 unit, yeah, and killed a lot of them. But I have my mercenary noble fighters, which we've seen in my last video. They're really good, and I'm having them help against these cavalry, just because I need them out of here, I don't like them around my slingers. Over here, though, we won pretty easily. The Roman cav is gone, and soon this unit will be out of there. It actually wavers for longer than I would have thought. Now, though, we have to deal with all of his heavy infantry, and he goes into testudo formation here, but I'm kind of shooting from the side, and I'm able to get a good amount of hits in. However, the velites are firing at me, and I really wanted to get rid of the heavy infantry before it could do much damage to me, so I'm just kind of letting them go, I guess. Anyway, I try to go to get his general here. He pulls out of the way, though, and I end up just being able to charge the velites. So it was kind of a good idea that I didn't go for them with my Balearic slingers, because it would have just been a waste. I can kill them a lot easier when I get my cav in them. He peels off a unit of armored legionaries, but I'm going to run away from them and keep going after his missile units. And the other Carthaginian cav that was here came in to help. He's getting around me on the right flank, though, which I don't really like. You can see the noble fighters are tied up with a unit of armored legionaries, and these are more armored legionaries, and he's going to kind of hammer and anvil my mercenary noble fighters. So I am actually going to go after this unit of armored legionaries, the one on his side, with my cavalry. I'm also bringing up my pikes to try to make it harder for him to get around, but I realize that he can get around and then attack the pikes, which is kind of worse because I can just pull my cav out very quickly, which I do here. So I pull the pikes back, and he's going to actually charge the pikes. I'm not sure if he meant to do that or if he didn't cancel an order since I pulled them back, but you know, I get some kills, and the slingers are really taking that unit apart. Over here, this is his general in the Legatus unit, and he's going to go maybe try to get the slingers over here, but I see that, and I bring my cav. Oh no, I don't. Maybe I don't see that. Oh, I target him with the slingers, actually, and I'm going to turn off skirmish mode, which, you know, is a sacrifice, I guess. I figure I need my cav over here on the right flank more than I need them protecting the slingers, because, you know, they've already closed the distance, so I figure the slingers' role is kind of not as important as it used to be. But I do go after him a little bit with the cav, and they really just get tied up over here. It takes forever for them to get out, which, you know, isn't that great. Still 29 men out of 30, and he's going after the slingers. Over here, another unit of mercenary noble fighters is engaged with the Velites and... oh, 2 units of Velites and Legionaries. So I will win that fight, and look at the kills of this unit. 184 now. It just keeps going up, and this was really great that I had this unit on my left flank. The other unit of mercenary noble fighters wasn't as good because it had to fight cavalry. Its kill count didn't get as high, but it was still really needed to stop them over here. They still have a lot of troops over here, so I'm not in a good position, but they're just kind of they're going to try to go for my slingers, but that doesn't really work with heavy infantry because the slingers can just run faster, and heavy infantry will get fatigued. I move my general in the middle and activate the morale ability, just to make sure all my lines held. Pikemen in some heavy combat here, but I'm going to pull them back because I set up another line of pikemen, or I'm setting it up, just because I felt like I was getting overwhelmed here. Slingers still doing a lot of damage, and I kind of split the Roman infantry over here, you know, almost perfectly. Actually, how many men do I lose? Alright, I can lose those guys, I guess. And I go in and attack here. So he's stuck between the pikemen and the cavalry now. Actually, I go for this unit, which is kind of low on men and isolated. I just wanted to take it out. So he pulls his men back, and, you know, I'm faster than that, though, with the cav, so I can pull my cav out. And he has this one unit that's still chasing the slingers, armored legionaries, so it's not going to be easy to kill them with the slings, but they will not be able to get my slingers. So this is kind of just taking up a lot of ammo, sacrificing this one unit on his part, and I try to kill it, but that will take a while. Over here, this unit actually came back from routing. I didn't shatter it. I go for it with the general, and, you know, that'll be over pretty quickly. Over here, I'm down to 2 units of African pikemen, but there isn't really much he can do, because if he tries to go around them, I still have the cav, and I can kind of, you know, get a charge on him that way. And meanwhile, my slingers are still picking off more and more of his men. They're really spread out, which means he always has his back and sides to most of them at any time. So he goes for Pila here, and I kill some of them. I pull my African pikes back because he almost was able to get into them. And actually, yeah. So I'm still worried about him going around to the right, which it looks like he's going to go for these slingers, and then he can go to the right side of my pikes, which I don't like. So I'm going to pull them back one more time, and kind of go back against this farmhouse thingy. So here you can see African pikemen going back to here, and we're trying to get the pikes down, the sarissas, and he gets there just in time. Well, actually, he gets there halfway in time, because you can see I do have my pikes down for some of them. But by this point, he's lost so many men, and he's so... Actually, they're still fresh. That's amazing. But they shatter very quickly here. So now I just let my slingers kind of go for it. He's into pseudo, but still, like before, I'm hitting him from the sides with most of my units, and pretty soon, one of the units starts to waver. Actually, I go for a charge on the flank. Sorry I missed that. That was my bad. But yeah, they were just too wide open. It actually only killed 2 men, or 3, I guess. That was a totally healthy unit of armored legionaries. So, you know, maybe not the best choice for me. I really have to be careful with my cav. Can't lose them, and they're all very tired, except for the general, which is active. But I'm gonna start going for the smaller units first, which is a much better idea, because the routing friendly units, you know, friendly to him, will have a morale impact on even the healthy units. So if I can go for the weakest units, it'll make the remaining units weaker, which I start doing now. I'm being very careful with my slinger ammo at this point because they are actually almost all out of ammo. And this unit actually, you can see they have their, maybe you can see, they have their daggers out or something. And I just had I told my slingers to attack, and they were out of ammo, so they were charged in. And I figured I'd let them do that. Maybe they would be able to occupy his last unit. But anyway, they rout pretty quickly, and as you saw, yeah, they routed with a lot of men left. And that's what I was talking about, you know, doing the morale damage by defeating the other units. So we'll end this replay, and you can see the stats here. This one unit of mercenary noble fighters got 281 kills. So, you know, they're a very good unit, and actually it did have XP rank 2. I guess that's what you call the upgrades. So that probably helped them out quite a bit. They also got some of their kills on their on the velites. But anyway, 2 of the slingers actually did very well also. Anyway, thank you for watching, and please comment, share, whatever, if you liked it.